Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So today I'm going to do one of my glue dangles that by request someone asked, I think it was GC who asked for me to show her how I made my glue dangles. So as you can see here, we have this pretty little dangle hanging off of our glue bottle, and I haven't used this one in a while. Let me clean that off. But basically it's a stainless steel pin. I'm using this, it's like a seamstress pin. It has a large head on it. There's a couple of beads on there. There's also an earring backing. So that's basically how you would start. And I'm sorry for the blur. I'll try to get this to focus for you guys. Okay, so there's an earring backing right there beneath the pin topper, and then I just put a bead on there just to hold it in place, and then there's an earring backing right underneath that, and that's how this whole thing really gets started. It makes it so much easier to create. There's a lot of glue on here holding it all together. So, but other than that, there's nothing but some chains and charms. All right, so let me grab a piece of paper so that I can show you guys that really there's nothing to this besides chains and charms. Right, so that's what my glue dangle looks like, and I wish it would focus. It's taking its sweet time. All right, so anyway, it's just a stainless steel pin, and I put in a bead, then an earring backer on there, and then I ran this long chain along the side hanging off of the earring backer, and then I just hung a bunch of charms off of it from there, and then I put a large jump ring on the other side of the earring backer and hung some more charms off of there. That's really, it's really so simple, but it also is very time consuming because you're working with really small pieces. Here's another one. You're working with really small pieces, and you have to have some jewelry tools in order to make them. So these are just a couple of jewelry pliers, and here's another one that I made. This one's a little bit more detailed. Again, the same chains and charms, right, hanging off of there, but then I did some extra stuff on this side, which is basically it's like a jar with a note inside. Right, there's that, and just a little popsicle stick that I made. And I'll show you guys, I mean, what I'll do to keep this whole process going. What I'll do is I'll put a video right up here in this corner of both this process. I think I did this in a video. I did these in a video, my little popsicle stick charm danglers, and I even did a video for my glue charm, my glue dangle. But yeah, I just want to show you guys, oh, let me put that one out. Just want to show you guys some of the things that you can use. There's also this type of pin. This is also a seamstress pin, and this may help if you don't have a earring backer or any you know, stainless steel pins. This is a stainless steel pin. I know for a fact you can find this, I think, at Walmart, and then you can just start from there without having the big knob at the top here. You can just start directly from this step right here. This one has like 2 loops on either side. You then take a jump ring of your choice, loop it through there, and then build your way down. Or you can take a jump ring, loop it, and then add a chain onto it from there, and then add your charms from there, right? So yeah, it's just a bunch of little things that we can do in order to stop our glue from clogging up and overflowing. So like once you put that in, it should be completely stopped up and the glue won't harden on you or clog. All right, so these are some other stainless steel pins that I picked up. These are specifically for glue. It says no clog glue pins on the back. I got this at a craft fair and I paid $2.50 for 3 of them. Here's the other package. The problem with these are you can't really, you can create a glue dangle with it, but these are barely attached. As you can see, here's the top of that pin. Here's the pin all the way over here. So sometimes you go to pull your glue dangle out of the glue, and that little knob comes off, and then you're like, you know, like especially if you have a lot of things dangling from it, then it's, you know, it's a problem. But let's make a glue dangle. I'm just going to use this guy, this little silver silver stainless steel pin, and I'm going to try to find a little silver, here's one, a little silver jump ring. And your jump ring, you can get like some really thick gauge jump rings, like I'm looking at one over here right now. This one is a lot thicker than this one as far as the gauges are concerned. So I want to say this, if I can hold on to it, I want to say like this is a very thin gauge jump ring. Sorry for the glare. I'm trying to cover up everything else. Yeah, this one's a really thin jump ring. This one's much thicker. It's a much thicker gauge. So that's something that you can also be on the lookout for, be aware of when you're looking for these jewelry making pieces. Just be aware that there are other sizes in jump rings, and which will make it a lot more beefy, like it's a lot more sturdy at that point. I'm just going to take this pre-hung chain that's on this pre-created jewelry hook and just loop it directly into this guy. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll definitely, I will definitely put the videos, like I said, right up in here for you guys, so you can see how I made a lot of the things that are on my desk. These are just all pre-made items that I've previously made either a video with it or just for the purpose of making a glue dangle. So I'm just using my pliers to squeeze my jump rings in place. With jump rings, you don't want to pry them open. You always want to twist them apart. So that's why they always, oh goodness, they always look like this, right? So that you twist them apart instead of prying them open. They always have like that little curl right there. All right, so I've already attached my little dangle onto my pen. So all you really need to do at this point is grab some charms and hang them from there. You can hang charms from here as well, and then you're pretty much done. Then you can also like take a jump ring and hang something from this side as well, and then yeah, I mean, it's so super simple, but at the same time, if you don't know where to begin, that could be a deterrent for you to even try it, right? So I picked up these charms here. These I grabbed at a Michael's that was going out of business. This is Charm Gallery. Yeah, these were probably like 50 cents a piece or whatever. I just grabbed some of these charms out of my stash, and I can use them to just hang off of this chain right there. And if you don't have that, you can always go to like a bead store somewhere that sells just beads. Like I picked up these quartz crystals for $4, and this one's some golden obsidian for $6, but it's a very long strand of beads, right? And once you loop them through a jump ring or through a jewelry pin, you can then just hang it directly from there. And these also look pretty cute. Okay, so let's see, these are just some jewelry pins. just want to see what else I have that I can possibly use. Oh, here's another thing. If you want to extend the length, so let's see. So here I have my chain with my beads, my charms hanging from it. If I wanted to extend just one little section of it, I can take one of these fish hooks. That guy, I think that's what that's called. It's a fish clasp. I don't know why it's called that, but it's one of these, like it it's a clasp that looks like that. Oh gosh, guys, I'm sorry, this is just terrible. But anyway, it has one of these things on it, right? So yeah, you can just hang one of these from your chain and then hang more items off of it, right? So there's that. Yeah, so here's my little pin with the charm bracket on there. So I'm just gonna open up this charm right here. It's sealed in plastic. All right, so here's my little heart charm. I'm just going to find the end of the jump ring and open it up. Maybe, let's see. Yep, there we go. And I'm just gonna put it right here onto that hook, and there we go, we got a charm. All right, so I'm just going to keep doing that all the way down. Let's see, what else do I have that's readily available? Oh, here's a little something, and here's a little tiny jump ring. Just gonna hook that right on here, and then hook that right onto here, and then I'm going to use my little jewelry plier and close it up, if I can get it to go in. There we go. Right, so once that's all like complete, you'll have charms hanging from that little jewelry closure, that little clasp right here, and then you'll have charms hanging all along the side of this chain. And then when you're all done, you just take the entire pin, pop it into your glue, and then you'll have a really cool charm dangling from it. I think I just lost my bead here. Yeah, that didn't hold very well. Hang on. Okay, so let me just reopen this, put my bead back through there, hook it back onto here. And that's why I use like a lot of glue, because like when I started this one, for example, this has a lot of Fabrifix glue, maybe even some Gorilla Glue in here. But basically I found that it wasn't all like holding together. Once you start pulling on the pin to come out of the glue, the parts of it will fall apart. So yeah, it's just, you have to like really, you have to glue it together and then just be ginger with it. Like don't go yanking at it, because it can be a problem. All right, I showed you guys how to make this, or how to start this at least. Let me just try to show you guys what I really wanted to show you, which is a totally new way of keeping your glue from spilling and be readily available when you need it. All right, let me clean this up and I'll be back in 2 ticks. Alright guys, so let me just show you what I'm talking about. These two right here are my little glue stands. Okay, these are my prototypes. I've been testing this for about 3 days now, just to make sure that they work before I bring it to you. Okay, so here is the first one. This is a smaller version of it. It holds my smaller glue bottles, and basically the glue just sits right on here with a foam piece underneath it. It doesn't have to look like this. You can change the design to fit your needs however you like. You can make it bigger, smaller, what have you. Here's the much larger one. This one is the one I'm going to give you the measurements for right here, because this holds my large Sugar Bell icing piping bottle with all of my Fabrifix glue in it, as well as one of my smaller glues can definitely fit in there as well. The secret is the foam that the glue is sitting its little fine tip nozzle on, which is what prevents it from oozing out everywhere. So I've been holding these in there for about 2 to 3 days after I created this little prototype right here, and it's just made of cardboard, guys. Like, everybody has cardboard. This is just some really heavy cardboard. This is super thick cardboard. It's probably, I want to say, like 1 millimeter thick. Let me grab my little ruler here. Yeah, it's about yeah, it's a little over 1 millimeter. This is some really thin cardboard. This you can get at the back of your paper packs or any notepad. This is the type of cardboard that this is. If you cannot find this, go grab a cereal box. We'll cut it down, you'll glue it together, double it up, triple it up, whatever, to get some heavyweight cardboard out of it. So yeah, that's what these two are. And again, I've tested this, it works, and I'm gonna help you guys make one today. All right, I'm going to show you my measurements. Here's my scoreboard. You won't be able to score that heavyweight cardboard, but I'll give you the measurements and you can figure out how to score it. This is how I scored mine. This is a little leather wheel. It makes little rivets. I use it to perforate things on paper, so that's what this looks like. I may or may not have it in my Amazon storefront, but I will look for a link and put it in the bottom of the description box so you guys can find it. I got 2 of these in a pack. They were 2 different sizes, so the wheel has these little spurs all the way around. This is one size, and then the other one had a wider spur all the way around, and I think I only paid about $6 for the pair. So it's a handy little tool if you want to perforate something, or if you want to score something that's a little bit too thick to score with a scoreboard. But I'll give you the measurements anyway. This right here came from a 12 by 12 paper pack, so I used 6 by 11. All right, so you're going to cut 1 inch off of one side after you've cut it down to 6. So you can basically make 2 of these if you like, one for your, you know, either size of your glue bottles. So the first score mark that you want to make, once you cut it down to 6 by 11, you want to score it at 2.5, and then you want to score it at 7 1/4. That's it. So I just used my little wheel. You can see my perforated dotted line in there, like right here. I scored it at 2.5 and then 7 1/4. So then once I've done that, I just folded it up at the score marks, folded this down at the score mark, and make sure that that it fits, you know, it's make sure that they meet each other down here at the bottom. And then I opened it up and I cut myself a little house out of the middle here, and I'll give you the measurements for that. Again, it's 6 by 11. So you want to take your little your ruler. I'll show you how to get the measurements that I did get. I took my ruler. We know it's 6 inches across, so half will be 3. And here, I'll slide my little card back in there. So you want to put yourself a little pencil mark right here on that 7 1/4 inch score mark, 3 inches, right? And then you want to draw yourself a little line that goes down to about halfway, right? So from the 3 inch, go all the way down about halfway. Then you want to come down here, probably, what did I put? Maybe 2 inches down and put yourself a little mark. My pencil is the point is about to break. Put yourself a little mark 2 inches from that score mark, that 7 1/4 inch score mark, and you want to come in at 1 inch from this edge right here, 1 inch from the left, and 1 inch from the right, so at 5 and at 1. All right, so now we have a point at 5, a point at 1, a point at 3, which we really didn't need, but we need this one down here, which is 2 inches away, and you're going to draw a line from your 1 inch from the 6 inch end, draw a line there, and you're going to go over to the other side from your 1 inch end and draw a line. Ugh, there goes my point. And draw a line there. Let's grab ourselves a pen. So you're going to draw yourself a little triangle just like this, right? From this point over to that 5 inch point, and then from this point over to that 1 inch point. Then you're going to draw yourself a 3 1/4 inch line going down this way. So here we go, 3 1/4, and then over here from this line as well, 3 and where is it? There we go, 3 1/4. Okay, so that's that. Then you're going to connect your 2 pieces, your 2 points down here at the bottom, giving yourself a little house, right? That's it. Take your craft knife and you're going to cut out that house. So I used my craft knife, cut out my little house from in here, popped it through, right? And I'm going to save this. And yeah, and then here's how your piece will connect, just like that. Before you close it up with glue, you want to take your the bottom section. So this is now our bottom where we scored it at, I believe it was 2 1/2, maybe. Yeah, go up to that that score mark at 2 1/2. You're gonna grab yourself a piece of foam. Okay, this is just standard foam squares from the Dollar Tree. This is by Crafter Square. There's 32 sheets of foam in here, all different colors. Pick one, right? Your choice. And then you're going to cut it down to size to fit inside of here. And I don't know, maybe an inch wide, maybe an 1 1/2. I think I have a piece right here. So about an inch, 1 1/2. Doesn't even have to be straight. It just has to fit in this space right here. Glue that down. So I'm just going to use foam glue, which has been transferred into this little precision tip bottle, and I'm just going to pop this down right here. Okay, let it dry. You can clip it to hold it in place. Make sure that it doesn't go past that perforated line that you made, or the score mark that you made. And then you're going to flip back over your top piece and glue this to the back. So again, I used what did I use on this? I think I used just my foam glue. So this is just Beacon foam adhesive. If you don't have that, Fabrifix, Fabri-Tac, Beacon 3-in-1, even Eileen's tacky glue, that'll work. I mean, any kind of glue that you may have on hand should more than likely work, but you want to get this to glue together just like that. So to get this to hold in place, I just use clips, guys. Like, I put it there with a little bit of glue right on the edge, right? So right on that edge, and right on this edge, I put a little bit of glue on it and held it together with some clips, like these clips. Where is it? So that goes there, that goes there, and then I just clipped it, right? So that they hold. So once you get that done, or even prior to getting that done, before you glue it, you can totally take like some pretty paper and cover up the cardboard and make it your own, right? So I'm just going to grab some of this pretty paper. I cut it to size with a 1-inch overhang so that it covers up the inside section about 1 inch in. And yeah, you just add some glue to it. Here, I'll do it with you. Let's slide this up, make sure that it's straight and even, top and bottom. And yeah, we're just going to add a little bit of glue right here and cover this side. And then I'll add a little bit of glue on this side. So this is my first one that I'm actually making pretty, but yeah, my prototypes worked perfectly, like no issues. 3 days my glue has been sitting in those 2 prototypes, and I'll show you why. There's like, it makes all the difference in the world. Like, so every time you see me, I'm like, come on, Fabrifix, you can do it. Come on, get with it, get with the program. This right here keeps your glue at a ready position all the time. Your Fabrifix will then be ready to go in the precision tip all the time. So it's either Fabrifix or art glitter. Sometimes, you know, it's just never really ready to go. But by having this constantly facing down, this is not the right size for this, but to have it constantly facing in a downward position, your glue will always be ready when you are. The foam is what keeps it from spilling out everywhere. And you will still need to pierce it with your pin prior to starting a project. So even though your glue is like this, it's ready to go, just take your little pin, pop it in there, get it opened up. Sometimes it'll clog on the tip. You just pull that little clog off, but your glue is always ready and you know, ready for whatever project that you're working on. So your Fabrifix, until it gets to the bottom, so like right now it's in transition, it's coming down from the top, from the bottom of the bottle down to the top of the precision tip. It's going to be a little wobbly. It's not going to be able to stand on its own, but once that glue transfers down from the bottom of the bottle down to the tip, it'll stand up on its own perfectly fine. Okay, so yeah, it may rock over a little bit while it's doing its moving around or whatever, but yeah, once it gets down there, it'll be just fine. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my craft knife and slit open this section right here, straight down to the bottom of that house that we made. And I'm going to take it and slit open all the way across the house. So basically we just made ourselves a little window. And I'm just going to fold these sections up and add some more glue. So guys, yeah, I'm just showing you an alternative to having a glue dangle, right? I mean, you can do it. It doesn't take much, but if you don't have any beads or any way of making that glue dangle, if you don't have like a bead pliers or jump rings or anything like that, everybody has cardboard, everybody has paper, and wow, that looks so good. This is my first time covering it up, so I'm just as impressed. If you're not, I am totally impressed with this process right here. So yeah, it looks way better covered up, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue over here. So simple, right guys? Like, I mean, anybody can do this. But yeah, I want you guys to give this a try, and then I want you guys to tell me how it works out for you, because I'm telling you, I've been testing this for 3 days. My glue has been sitting over there in the corner in this little contraption that we just made for about 3 days, and not a lick of it has spilled out on my desk. I come back and everything is still right where I left it. My glue is ready to go all the time. Give this a try, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below in the comment section. If you do try this, do tag me at Chronicles of a Crafter or hashtag Chronicles of a Crafter on any of the social medias that you use. And I'm telling you, you will not be sorry one bit. Yeah, I can still cover this up right here. I can tell it's gonna need some more paper coverage. So yeah, I'm just gonna play with this and get it all nice and pretty, but I'm telling you guys, you will not be sorry. Your glue will be very happy being in a ready position at all times, and so will you. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys like right here because I think I've given y'all plenty of information to go give this a try yourself. Thanks to each and every one of you for subscribing to this channel. My channel is growing, it's blowing up. I'm so like grateful and appreciative of all of y'all who have subscribed and watched the videos. Like, watching the videos is really important, as well as commenting, hitting the like button, that big fat thumbs up that I've been always talking about, and don't forget to hit the bell after you've subscribed so you're notified every single time that I upload a new video to the channel. You won't be sorry with projects like this. Like, I mean, anybody can do this. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Have a super crafty day. All right, go do something wonderful and stay naturally curious. This came to me in a dream. Bye.